Good morning, planet Earth. Landria, Onkka here on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. I'm going to give you the tools to manifest anything. We're going to talk about that today because, okay, it's January 5th, and well, we all had all these New Year's resolutions, and 2020 is going to be great. And then the day goes by and you realize nothing really changed unless I change it. All right, so I am actually naming this, how to match the frequency of money, success, joy, love, all the things that you want, because everything's a frequency, right? Hey, everybody. Good morning, Steph. You woke up on time. Good girl. I have my coffee here, and I want to talk about that frequency because everything's a frequency. All right, let me take a sip and let's get going because I'm going to really drive it home with you guys, spiritual butt kick, about how we make these changes. All right, hold on. All right, so I made notes in advance because I don't want to miss any of this stuff. I really want to cover everything today. The same mind that created the problem cannot solve the problem. Now, Einstein didn't say the same person. He said the same mind. In other words, the same person could change their mind and create a completely different result. All right? And that's what is required to do. That's one of the most powerful things that we must understand and implement, yet so many people continue to be the same mind, the same thinker, trying to create a different result. All right? And we all do it. And it's tough because there's nobody else in there talking but you, right? Spiritual expressor, yes, let's go. Okay, good. I'm going to give it to you. You know that because, you can always, get off the call if you don't like it. But the truth is, we all have come with the baggage, come with what we're told. We're all part of the collective consciousness that absolutely pollutes us. We came into a lower frequency, denser planet. We all agreed to do this. No one is a victim. The first thing you must do is absolutely claim your power. But this is what I see constantly. Now, you guys know that I have one of my businesses is to bring people in to learn new skills online, internet training. And then I have my spiritual side of things, the .com and the .net. Why do I have these two? Are they, congruent? Absolutely. We must be the same person here and here. You can't be a spiritual person going into a place you hate and hating people and judging people and going back and meditating. If you're on a frequency, you're on a frequency. So if you're on a lower frequency, ask yourself this. Look at your life and just say one thing. That's what I'm thinking. And most people don't want to do that. They don't want to admit they're doing that. Hey, from Germany, Anja, I hope I pronounced that right. Anthony, hi, Lisa. All right, so what's happening is that January 1st comes and we have these goals. Now, I just held a 2-hour session with my internet training students. I do this, I don't get paid for this. I do it because I want to help people be successful. Now, I took that internet training, and you could say, why are so many people out there doing that and anything? It's not just about internet training. Why do people shift over to new skills and doing something that's really different? We didn't grow up with that stuff. Some people are successful, and most people are not. Because most people are coming over with the same mindset as an employee or expecting something or something outside them to create the solution. And I hate to say this because it's like, darn, it'd be great to have somebody just come in and fix my problems, right? You're going to be the solution. Oh, that's going to be the solution. But if you go in with that mindset in anything you do, any change you try to make, it cannot succeed because that outside world is operating under your directives. So if you think it's going to be the solution and it's just operating under what you're projecting, you're saying, I have no power. I have no power because that's going to solve my problems. And so that becomes a problem because you believe you have a problem that the outside world is going to solve. Does this make sense? Okay, we're going to go over this and over this until David Z, I love you too. All right, we're going to go over this until we get it. All right. I did this with my students, and I asked everybody on the call. I said, does everybody have a goal? Does everybody have a goal? What is it? Can you tell me what it is? Doesn't have to be about business. For me, a goal really integrates everything in my life. And I think we separate that, right? I think I can go into this crappy job and it's toxic, and then I can be a spiritual person. It doesn't work that way. Your frequency is your frequency. So higher frequencies will make higher choices. Somebody just said that to me. I think today I saw in one of my comments, they said, things are shifting. I think I'm making higher frequency choices. I said, yes, that's exactly what's going on. A higher frequency choice will put you in a different reality with higher frequencies. So nicer people come in, more opportunities come in, and higher frequencies recognize that. And they empower themselves. So a higher frequency will take advantage of that and realize, wait a minute, I'm doing that. I'm connecting to another higher frequency. So I'm in control. So I have to keep on that pathway of raising my frequency to be in those opportunities to get away from the more negative people. Is it Tammin? I think it's Tammin. I hope I pronounced that right. One of my little sweetie pies who's always on there has made some great strides. The comments today, Tammin said, well, you know what? I'm all of a sudden got these great people in my life, and those negative people are falling off. And I thought, yes, you're doing that. And he recognized that he's doing it, right? All right. So, hey, UK, Canada, India. Good morning, Sylvia. Hey, everybody. Okay. So you guys ready? Because this is something you must be on every moment, because you're conditioned, you're wired, and you are going to be influenced. Just know that. Know that things aren't just going to switch or change. You're going to see stuff. We agreed to come here on this planet, so you're going to be exposed to a lot of stuff. So don't expect that to change. When you go to a higher frequency, that doesn't change. Your reality changes. So you and I create our own individual realities. Okay. All right. What's your morning routine look like? Okay. We're actually thank you. I am going to, hi, San Diego. Oh, it's early there. I'm going to actually go into that because this is what I want to talk about. I actually set some big goals, some really big changes for myself. Now, there are a few things that are going to go on with you when you're working with a higher frequency to achieve your goals. First of all, we are human beings. So I'm going to ask you, do you even know what your goal is? On my training call, most people didn't even have a goal. You are always talking to the universe. It doesn't judge. It doesn't judge. I know people think that, it's making decisions for me. No, it's not. How can it? You have total free will. 100%. Even your guides and angels cannot step in or do anything without your permission. People, they get in accidents and some angel comes and saves them. That was a predestined agreement. They're not interfering. And even when people have near-death experiences, they go to the other side. Some of them are told they have to go back because they have free will and they chose to accomplish something here. So it's not like somebody is directing them, and others have the choice. They are still the individual expression of the one frequency, of the one energy. And within that, we get to make our own choices. You're always in control. I want you to know that. So what happens along the way is our goals, let's say you have a goal, are in place, and we have no plan. There's no plan. So what happens? You just keep acting like the same person that was getting the same results right before. That's it. Okay, hello, McFly, nothing's going to change. So what do we need to do? We have to say, I must put a plan into place because I cannot believe the same things that the mind who created the problems did. I cannot have those same thoughts, which are a result of those beliefs. Where do thoughts come from? You're believing something. Other people are bad. Okay, my internet, I use my internet training a lot because it's an ideal situation for people to make changes and put them in an uncomfort zone and see how people handle that, because people want a lot of things. Relationships, anything. You can use anything. When they go into that new space, it's amazing how many people will tell themselves a story. And if you want to, you'll find it. Oh, I found something on the internet said this stuff's a scam. Great. You didn't really want it anyways, because I'm thinking, wait a minute, I took the same training and I changed my life. So what are you saying there? No, you're telling yourself some story because you didn't really want it, because the old beliefs and thought patterns are kicking in that this is different, it's scary, I might fail. There's no such thing as failure. There's only expansion. So you got to get that out of your head. There's no such thing as this doesn't work. There's only you staying in a lower frequency, doing the same things over and over and over, being the same mind that created the problem. All right? How do you get on the frequency of money, abundance, health, wealth, joy? You must shift into that and know it. And those negative thoughts or anything that tells you anything different must dissolve. And that's going to take some practice. But most people go in and they're like, listen, if I hear blame one more time, oh, it's they're this and they're that. If you see the world as a threat or others as negative or whatever, they're all just students too. And by the way, they're going to stay in your life till you figure out that they're no more threatening than anything else. Nothing has more power over you. That world isn't a negative place. It's only if you see it that way. And when you go to the higher frequency and see it as just a learning experience for us to evolve, and that the whole purpose is for you to stop believing that negative stuff, because when you go into the higher frequency, all of that will be affected. So when I meditate, I'm affecting you and vice versa. Now, if you were on my live call last time, we did a healing light. We pulled light in because there's power in numbers, right? The more of us that do this, it only has to be a few people, can raise frequencies, can send miracles out. I had people contact me right after that and say, oh my gosh, I experienced this, or they felt a vibration, or others got a phone call, or somebody else had a breakthrough. Guiding light, you're not late. There's no such thing as time, right? All right. Nothing out there is a problem. Successful people on higher frequencies have the same problems that you do. They just solve them. They don't see it as a problem. They say, okay, I don't desire this. Why is this happening? I must be creating that. So I must change something here and shift into another frequency which doesn't have that problem, right? All right, let's see if money problems. That's the biggest one, man. Oh, money problems. The frequency of money is just an open, abundant mindset that doesn't have any restrictions whatsoever, that doesn't separate you from anybody else. There is nothing between you and money except for what you're thinking about it. And that's a frequency. And if you believe that it's difficult, or you've always been broke, or it's frustrating, and how do I do this? You're not solving the problem. Why haven't you brought that abundance in? Are you continuing to do something that keeps you there? Are you staying in the job that doesn't pay you enough? Are you not getting skills that could change change how you're hired, or what you're bringing to the world to earn more? Are you not being creative? The biggest thing I see out there too is people are getting all of these messages and ideas, and they're not acting on them. All right, so one of the gals in my internet training, she's only 19 years old. We have people in their 70s, from 19 to 70s, in those courses taking internet training. Listen, we didn't grow up with that, the baby boomers. And here's this kid, she doesn't know any more about running an online business than anybody else in the courses. It's not an age factor, but you could tell yourself that. Oh, this is, we have I think a 72-year-old is my oldest student. Amazing person. She doesn't think of her age. She has no limits. She has no restrictions. Therefore, she's moving ahead. She's doing more than most people because she doesn't see the limits. She's on a higher frequency. She's not looking at this outside world that says you're too old. You don't know computers. Well, heck, that's why we're taking the course, to learn it, right? But the 19-year-old that did something on that call that most of us were not doing. She has a lot of ideas. and she's rolling with it. And what happens when we get older is that frequency starts to lower because the world tells us, you can't do that. You're not smart enough. That's a ridiculous, silly dream. Go to college or whatever it is you're told you're supposed to do to be successful, which we know doesn't work. She's still in that youthful, creative mindset. And we start to lose that. And that's a lower frequency. Because when you're creative, you're connecting to your intuition, and then you start to get the ideas. The collective is always giving you ideas because you're sending out things that you desire, and the collective saying this, and your lower frequency, the same mind that's creating problems, says, oh my God, I can't do that. I mean, that's cray-cray. I can't go do that, or I have a family to provide for. I'll stay in the same job for the rest of my life and have a heart attack, But we do that. We're all high. All right, hit the like. Aja, is it Aja or Aja? Posey, hit the like. Thank you. We've got to get this. We got to spread this word. The more we raise everybody else's frequency just through sharing information and raising our own, the more our world will change. All of it will change. You're going to see all these predictions. I always say, people have predictions. I said, the prediction is, Dolores Cannon said this, the prediction is, we're in control of it. We're in control of that future. That's amazing. There cannot be, if there's free will, there cannot be a set destination for this planet. It's impossible because every person gets to choose what that is. Your own reality, your own frequency, and contributing to the planet, which there are unlimited, let's just say, endings to that. Why do you want to die? Why do you want to die? Okay, I'm not understanding with that. Nobody dies. All right. So, the simplified explanation. It's been 6 months. I'm fighting with this mind about suicide. Okay. Well, first of all, this is a big task. Somebody's saying they're fighting thoughts about suicide. You wouldn't be the first person. You're not alone. First of all, no one's alone. That's a lower frequency that's telling you that the world is not offering what you desire. You're not seeing what's way past that. And this is why raising your frequency will get you out of these thoughts that I'm this, or I'm the problem, or I'm the broke person, or I'm the unhealthy person. Raising that frequency is not easy. But I'm going to tell you what, you cannot do it from the same mind. How do we change that? So you have to ask yourself, am I having any negative thoughts of any kind? Any. Because intuition will never give you a negative thought. It'll give you a gut feeling that maybe that's not the path you need to go. All right? That's number one. Intuition is never a negative thought. Intuition is maybe you don't feel really good about this. The ego and the same old habits in mind that are going to sabotage you are the ones that'll tell you that that's this and that's this and a judgmental, okay? And sometimes it's a fine line. All right, so you have to go into that space where you say, okay, I'm going to stop the chatter and I'm going to go into intuition. And listen, I did something this weekend that's so way out there. And I realized there was a pathway I wanted to take. And I went and pursued the pathway. And along the way, I asked for signs because I let go of the final result. I knew I have a goal. I have a very clear goal. And I started to take an action plan to go after it. I'm going to try these things. So along the way, because I haven't achieved that goal, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to get there. But I trust that the universe will get there. So I let go of how it happens and when it happens. And I'm so totally at peace with that. So that removes all obstacles, all lower frequencies. And so it opens up to that quantum field where all answers lie. And so what happens is then you shift into this space where you start to listen to what's happening. Well, I had people along the way just say things to me that were like keywords that I had for messages. Like I said, okay, give me a sign. And somebody used a keyword. I went, oh my gosh, a keyword that was pretty unusual. And so then I went in and had lunch, and I met this really nice couple, and they're from another place, and they another country, and they were sitting there talking to me, and they said they just moved there, and we started to have this really great conversation, and all of a sudden, they started to say some things that I realized was a potential path for me to take to achieve my goals. And I realized, and this guy from the couple gave his card, and he said, let us know when you come to such and such place, we'll get together. And I thought, most people, they're not even watching all this stuff that's going on, saying a sign, a potential opportunity. You get to choose. You cannot make a mistake. So no matter which direction I go in, I cannot make a mistake. I have to go with what my goals are, what I desire. So we want things to be clear cut. That's the sign I need to do that. Even if you're not really sure about it, you're always the one making the decisions. So what is the key words? Key words. Not sure about what you mean about that. Good morning from Colorado. All right. So my question to you is, are you proceeding into a goal? Do you have a goal? Do you know what the goal is? Do you have a plan to achieve the goals? You are on planet Earth. Nobody's going to knock on the door and make it happen for you. That's possible. But most of us are not on that frequency. So you have to go into the frequency of total trust and know that I cannot have a negative thought about this. I can only have solutions to a problem. Or it's not even really a problem. But if you think it is, that's okay. I'm going to find the solution. If I don't like where I am in a relationship or my health or my money, what is that issue there that's happening? What's the mind that put me in there because I did it? So when you take responsibility and stop looking out here, then guess what? Things will start to change. You're taking your power. Keywords are words that stick out to you. Yes, I know, but what do you mean? What are the keywords for what? Keywords for this? For the video? I'm not understanding. I'll answer any question. So Jeff Paul, hey, free will. So here's this. This is absolutely the ego wanting something that infringes on somebody else's free will. Do you want a specific person back in your life? If they're not in your life, there's a reason why. Can you accept that? If they want to be in your life, they'll be in your life. Be an amazing person, and maybe they'll give you a phone call. If not, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. Can you accept that? So this is what I do. I went and did something yesterday. I looked at something, and I thought, yes, I made up my mind, and realized I have to be able to let it go if it doesn't happen. And be okay with that, because then I know that that's not the perfect place for me, and that there is another one, and I'm so totally okay with that. But I see that you're not. You want somebody back in your life. Okay, be okay with the fact that they're probably not the love of your life. They're not the person supposed to be with you, and they don't want to be with you. All right? Keyword about people who want to talk to you. Okay, still not getting it. Keep trying. Okay, Christine, thank you. You love the info that I provide on my channel. What I want to do is give you the tools to manifest anything. I want to give you the actual steps, because it's going to take practice every day. That lower frequency that's going on right now cannot change unless the mind changes. Here we go. I'm sorry, I have to report somebody here. By the way, you come on my channel, you're going to get in trouble if you put anything nasty. Okay, I'm reporting. Don't you love this? YouTube's on it, man. No more. We don't tolerate lower frequency people. We don't tolerate it. Okay. All right, guys. Sorry, I need to do this. Wow. Put this user in. Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. Woo, took them all out. Bye, Donald. Go hate on another channel. Yes, Adriana, I just took them all out. Karen, hey Karen. All right, so 300 seconds. Oh no, we got to take them out completely. So what I want to, so this is the other thing, is like, there isn't a problem. There's always a solution. Donald's off my channel right now. He's reported, so YouTube's going to go after him. You don't have to allow anything negative into your life. If there's a person or a job or situation, it's really, for me, it's just a situation. We call it a problem, and it must be, solved. So what do? I have the I always have the resources. I can say, remove him completely off of my channel and report him to YouTube, so they will shut him down completely. Yeah, Christine, bravo. Okay. Yes, how to have a better life. You're always in control. So what action are you going to take? What's the goal? How are you going to do it? Don't blame anybody out there, and don't look for something else to do it for you, right? Oh, you broke up a few days ago? Oh, well, that's different. That's different, honey. Well, you know what? Call and apologize. And if she did something, forgive and say, this is not important. I love you. Women like to hear that. I love you more than anything. And this, I'm sorry about this misunderstanding. See, we've got to be open and say, okay, this is how people stay together. If you really love this person, you'll work this out. Jeff Paul, yes, that's different. I thought I get these people, they broke up, the person's out there, they're married, and they want him back. Okay. But you know what, Jeff Paul, if it was a few days ago, absolutely. You can make that happen and learn from it, right? Just a reminder, incorporate your daily routine into your excellent speech. Oh, you want to know my daily routine? All right, so I go to bed and I put on either one of my meditations. Why do you think I make them? I make them for myself, and if I don't feel good about it, I don't put it out to the public. I do right now I'm doing my Activate Your Magic meditation. I really, really connect to that. It's only 30 minutes. I did it 3 times the other day. It went by so quickly. It took me into such an amazing space. It connects you to your power. And in the meditation, you actually choose something and you put it out there, and you actually ask your angels and your protectors and everything. You protect yourself with light. It's just a really feel-good meditation. So that always puts me in a space of clearing out everything. I always do that every day. When I go to bed, I will put on a YouTube video that's super positive, that's usually about whatever I'm working on, if it's business or whatever. It's usually the older instructors. Sometimes it's people I've never even heard of. So I like to explore that. I don't usually do the new ones because I'm one of the new ones. Because we all go off the old teachings anyways. I mean, everything we teach is 100 years ago anyways. I will get up if I wake up at 3 a.m. or 2 or 5 or whatever. I actually get up and start working because I love what I do. So I'll get on the internet. That's why you see me answering questions at bizarre times. And my videos are already pre-scheduled, so I don't have to do that. And I'll shoot videos. I write my book. I'm writing e-courses for you guys. January 18th, Activate Activate Abundance. Activate Abundance, I think, is January 18th. You go to landria.com. Use Manifest Now, a code, no spaces, and you'll get 25% off 3 hours for $29.95. We're going to activate abundance. And I didn't say money, because abundance is whatever you believe it is. Not everybody's, has to have the money. Susan Wilder, I appreciate you too. Oh yeah, so Karen Alsbury, that meditation is fabulous. I love that meditation, but I have a whole bunch of other ones. Some are longer. When you go into meditation, you're connecting to that quantum field of all power that's not judging, that has all answers, all creativity, all inspiration. Pay attention to that. What's feeling right? There's no you cannot make mistakes. There's nothing bad, nothing good. It's just an experience, everything. I know we're not going to go into that, but the world is horrible. Well, we're doing it. There's no such thing as an energy vampire, Andrea. Nobody can take what you don't give them. Where'd you learn that one? See, somebody told you that and you believe that crap. So if you have a lower frequency and there's a real lower frequency that has really bad intentions, you're going to think they're sucking your energy, but they can't do that unless you're on a lower frequency. So you're opening yourself up. Team Trio 78 has donated $50. Oh my God, that's so sweet. There's no such thing as an energy vampire. You know what? You could create anything. You could create all kinds of stuff. That's why get off those conspiracy theory channels, all that stuff. If it's negative, if we can control everything, then why watch it? Because all of it can change. All right. How should I get rid of suicide in my mind? Start meditating. Start meditating and start watching funny movies. I'm not kidding. Watch every funny movie or show. Stop watching anything that's negative. Stop hanging out with anybody that's negative. Yes, Pauline, I post this video as soon as I get off. We're going a really long time here. How do you remain consistent in my habits? Any suggestions? Yes. So I absolutely am passionate about what I do in my life. And here's why people are not consistent and they don't keep their goals, their New Year's resolutions. They don't want to get up at 5 and run, 5 miles. So they're not picking things that they love. I love everything in my life. And sometimes I have to do some things that I don't love to make the things that I love happen. But that's okay. I'm willing to do that because what I'm doing, I'm so passionate about. So you have to really love it. And other things you have to just condition. If you love the idea of being awakened or happy and abundant and getting money and having great relationships, then you'll have to meditate if you don't like meditation. You'll have to do some things you don't like because what you desire, you really want. So make sure you have that passion. You go after it. The internet training, we're learning all this stuff. It's not fun. Some of it's really tough. But I know that if I learn this, I become an expert so that I can have a channel, have e-courses, have all these things that's going to change the world if people choose it. Lisa's registered to activate abundance. Yay, we're going to have a lot of fun. So I'm going to go through a lot of these steps and we're going to have practices. How do we change that thinking? Meditation, we get up or go to bed. I do it sometimes both. And sometimes during the daytime, I'm thinking, okay, I need to clear out some stuff. There's a lot of energy going on. I'll just go and have a meditation. And sure enough, every time I get off of there, something really cool happens. Oh, you're awesome too. 1, 2, free. Any game-changing affirmations you found? I actually have, is it Activate Your Magic? You can go in my store, same thing. You can go in there and purchase Activate Your Magic, 3 hours. I have 5 of them in there. We actually do them. We did them for 3 hours. We talked about affirmations, why they don't work, how they can work. And then we did 5 of them live. And now it's recorded in landriaonka.com. So if you want Activate Your Magic, and you can, by the way, you get a copy of all of them too. So, so an affirmation is not going to change anything. An affirmation is what you believe. So what you believe, then you speak. I am abundant, all answers come to me. There are no problems. There are only solutions. Solutions come to me easily. Abundance flows to me. I am going to see all of the opportunities. I'm going to act on them. Know your goal. Write them down. We're going to go through all this stuff and activate abundance. We're going to go through all these steps. Poland. Oh, Karen said the Activate Your Magic mantras are wonderful. Yes, thank you. And I do them myself. I pull in the light. I cleanse myself. I go out there. I connect to everything. You guys, your energy. You're just energy. Not just. It's amazing. And you get to choose which frequency you reside in. Any negative thought is not you. It is the collective conditioned consciousness. It's the ego. It's a lower frequency, lower density. You get to choose something different. All right. It's time to start choosing something different. I do believe in energy healers, Tina. Of course, everything's energy. Some people have those abilities. Any videos, alcoholism is just an escape. So Norma, I would suggest that your sister really go first of all, go to AA because that's very spiritually connected training. AA is, that's all they focus on. But if she's not going to do that, I would suggest she just gets on healing videos. When you find that place, when you find that place you connect, I've had people tell me that they just completely cold turkey went off, had no desire. All right, Happy New Year, Indonesia. Okay. Happy New Year, Debbie. We're going to sign off because this is 35 minutes long. And I just want you to know that you have to have a clear goal. Come from a place of passion, not just money. If you're not excited about money, you're not going to do things that you don't love to get the money. Go for abundance. Have some steps to take. What's the action I'm going to take? I can't be the same mind that's sitting here going, oh, I have a goal, and you're acting like the complete same person you've always been. You have to shift into a different reality. No one is to blame. There are no problems out there. There are only solutions. Successful people, that's what they do. And they evolve from that. Why is this happening to me? No, the successful person says, okay, this did happen. Why did that happen? Okay, I can't work with that person, or this isn't where I'm supposed to be, or maybe this needs to be adjusted or changed, or maybe I'm thinking of it differently than I should. All right, Steph, have a great day. All right, so we're going to focus on those higher frequencies, that higher solution. There isn't a problem. Nothing out here is. There is no other person that's a problem. I don't care if you tell me there's, all this stuff going on there, because I know that what you focus on is what you create. All right. Oh, Lisa attended Activate Your Magic Live, and it was awesome. Okay, thank you, Lisa. Great. All right, guys. As you know, on the replay, you're going to see the free workshop's going to come out for landria.net. That's the internet training. It's free. It's not the training. It's just the information. It's a workshop. And raw. Is it okay to live in the imagination? Totally. Because if you're imagining it, you can create it. Yes. In fact, breakthrough fear, for those of you who haven't taken breakthrough fear, we actually have exercises and we go into that. We have whole lessons where we go into the imagination. We start to create other realities in there. So if you haven't been to Breakthrough Fear, my course on landria.com, if you use Inspiration with Landria, you'll get 25% off there. Let's start using the tools. That's what I'm here for. I'm creating everything I can to help you stay on track. Okay. Any advice for OBE? No, but you know what? The Monroe Institute has training. There's training out there to do an OBE. Who knows why it happens? Sometimes it's just awesome. Debbie, awesome to you. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday, but thank you. Oh, yeah, Karen, it's great to talk to you live, too. All right, so I'm going to sign off. Have an amazing Sunday. Go to my websites and check out the tools. Go to other people's websites. Find those things that are going to help you stay on track, because it's not easy to do it by yourself all the time. All right. Okay. Blessings to you. Namaste. You're whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings. I love you guys. You're amazing. Okay, so before we sign off, I want everybody to pull in white light right now. We're going to pull in white light. Imagine white light coming over you. Imagine white light flowing down all over your body. Over your body. And I want you to imagine miracles, healing, abundance, love. Is it Jeff? You'll get back with your girlfriend. Don't worry about it. Healing, abundance, love, and push it out for everyone, because we are one. So whatever you wish for others, you receive yourself. Because you're now in the highest frequency, wishing it for other people. What you give, you receive. So let's push that. May everybody on this call, and those watching the replay, this applies to you too, have a miracle, abundance, joy, healing, Go out there and know that this is yours to have. You just have to accept it. All right? White light here, Ralro. Blessings. Signing off here from Atlanta, Georgia. And I'll talk to you guys in a couple days. Namaste.